Good morning, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center. Today is the 11th of July. It is a Friday, and the moon, actually, as we sit here, is still in Capricorn, but it does shift into Aquarius. I think it's around just past 1 p.m. here on the east coast of the U.S. And then as it moves into Aquarius, it actually makes aspects to all the transpersonal planets. It makes a trine to Pluto, not a trine to Pluto. It makes a trine to Uranus, newly in Gemini. It makes sextiles to both Saturn and Neptune, which are both conjoined right next to each other in Aries. And then trines Pluto in Aquarius. Now, the thing that's going on right now is that there's somewhat of a mini trine. It's a trine with two sextiles, sort of, for those of you who are astrologers, the top of a kite in the sky with the transpersonal planets. When we have energy that is there's nothing getting in the way of it. That would be the trine. The trine right now is between Uranus, the planet of sudden change, and Pluto, the planet of transformation. Transpersonal planets drive the evolution. And then we have sextiles to Saturn and Neptune in this configuration. Sextiles are opportunistic. You don't have to act on them, but there's a real urge to act. And sextiles are mentally stimulating, while trines are creatively stimulating, right? And so we have this combination of opportunity and great force upon us, great evolutionary force. And what you will note is that this kind of force is that leaders are no match for this kind of force. The people in charge are no match for this kind of force. Now, you might say, well, the people in charge really seem like everything's going their way. But is it? But is it? I say, probably not. The other thing that we have is we have a trine of the sun to the north node today. The north node is our direction forward. Again, a trine is a flow of energy. That the sun brings illumination. So we are being illuminated to our future in Pisces. We have a flood in Texas. Yesterday we had a flood in Boston. And of course there was also a terrible flood in New Mexico that we're not hearing much about, like we are in Texas. You could just say, well, it's a bigger flood in Texas, or it's Texas. Or you could also probably extract that the people in Texas were mostly white, or the people in New Mexico, I believe, there's a lot of Native Americans. I'm not sure if that area is Native American, but there are so many Native Americans. And it did look like a mountain community, maybe with some trailer parks, as opposed to a vacation spot. So either way, whatever the tragedy be, the tragedy is. And people are suffering. And of course, the government now is, hey, hands off, it's your problem. And so whereas you could always depend on the government coming in, other states helping, but now there are states that are asking for help, but when they were asked for help, they didn't give help. So there's a little bit of as you sow, so shall you reap going on as well. But in the interim, the people are the ones who are suffering. The leaders are the ones who think they have the upper hand here. But I would guess that Pluto and Uranus and Neptune and Saturn have something to say about that. As the sun makes a trine to the north node, it also sextiles the south node. Sextiles, again, are opportunistic. The south node is the release point. We do have to let go of themes around the south node, but the south node is also talents and abilities. And in Virgo, it's the ability to analyze. And so the leaders are giving you facts, but the facts are out there. You have to look for them, but people are going to utilize them. So, okay, so we could get the big thing with the blade. You put the head and whoop, right? That's that, and of course, it's not going to be an actual guillotine we're going to see, but I think perhaps a metaphorical guillotine. It seems like there's a lot of disruption in Russia expected. I think Putin's on the end of his lead. President Trump is in La La Land and doing that blah, 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 blah thing, that you do, blah, 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 little kids. And the people that he put in charge of things are so inept that eventually they will crumble as well. The ICE agents are not happy. not the new Proud Boy ICE agents. They're just fine. But the other ones who became ICE agents to protect the homeland are not very happy. So nobody's happy, and that's a recipe, a big recipe for change. So hopefully that is a bit optimistic for you guys. The thing about the moon making all these connections to these transpersonal, these far out planets, these evolutionary planets, is that the moon is the most personal spot. And so we feel it, we see it, we know it, we understand it in a way perhaps we hadn't understood before. The United States, and pardon me for just bringing it back to the U.S., but the United States is in now a 20/2 personal year. That is the Judgment card. That is the card of the awakened soul. The soul of America, which may have been sleeping and slumbering, is now awake. And I'll tell you whose side I'd rather be on when the soul of America wakes up. Be kind to one another. Take care of your neighbors. Keep an eye out for them. It's going to be somewhat of a gigantic neighborhood watch. And who are we watching for? We're watching for the agents of the government that are doing things that are not right, that are against the spirit of what America not just stands for, but I think in part what America is. Because although we're certainly seeing our shadow, Chiron returns, Pluto returns, right? Uranus now return coming up, although that's not shadow work necessarily. Pluto and Chiron is. America is being reborn. We don't have the image. I mean, we have ideas. But we don't know how that's going to work out. And people's mettle are being tested. And those people who rise from this will be the leaders. So don't worry about who's running for president in 2028. We have to look and see what's in front of us now. We may not make it to 2028 if we keep saying, well, we'll take care of it when we get in. We'll take care of it when we get in. We have to take care of things right now. And right now, I'm going to go in and have a cup of coffee. If you're wondering where Charlie is, he is having his breakfast. So, all right, guys, these are lovely. I'll end on these. Have yourself a great day. Have a good Friday. Tomorrow night on Ona's channel, Mystic Sisters Live. Come join us, 7 Eastern, 6 Central. And I want to give a special shout out to my Kabbalah 2 class. It's great being back in class with you. I had a great time last night, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. So take care, everyone, and I will see you again tomorrow. Much love. Namaste.